Hey friends, and welcome back to Life Coaching by Morella, where I offer SOS for the everyday MOM. And what better way to experience SOS than to take a vacation? But who has time to do all the research? Because let's face it, moms, we are busy. We are running on coffee and referrals. So today I have a great one. My family and I just got back from staying at the XCARET Hotel in Cancun, Mexico. So I'd like to share with you everything I learned about this all-inclusive, all-fun hotel and its beautiful theme parks. And stick around to the very end where I give you my recommendations, my list of do's and don'ts, as well as answer some questions. Questions like, is it safe to travel right now? What documents do I need? Do I tip? Will I be COVID tested? And when? Which is better, XCARET Park or Explore? I cover all of this and so much more. Let's get to it.
Ya tenemos esta cebollita.
So fun, right? Makes me want to go right back there. So now we're going to dive into the Q&A. There's a lot of questions to get to, so we're going to jump in. First question is, what documents do I need to travel? Well, you're definitely going to need your valid passport. You're not going to get far without that. And then when you land in Cancun, you're going to be handed a slip of paper. It's a perforated paper, and there's 2 sections to fill out, so make sure you fill both of those out. Once you get to the airport, here's my tip, okay? Because once you land, what happens is there's a lot of bottlenecking that happens. You land and everybody is hurrying to fill this paper out. You don't need to stop there. Just keep going. Go straight to the line to where you're going to be checked in by immigration. The line is plenty long. You'll have time to fill that out. So that's a little tip that I learned. So fill that out, and then once you get to the checkpoint, they are going to tear it off. They're going to keep a piece and then give you the stub. Hold on to the stub, stick it into your passport. You're gonna need that when you come back. I didn't realize that, but you do, so it's super important. Is it safe to travel right now? Is it safe to visit? Well, I don't know what you mean by that in terms of COVID or in terms of what are we thinking? As moms, we're thinking of the drugs, cartel, we're thinking violence. And moms, I know, because the mama bear comes out and we're thinking about safety. You are in good hands. We did the all-inclusive, all-fun package, and so we were in good hands from the time that we got there to the airport. And we were shuttled to the hotel and to all the theme parks. So you just stay put and you are completely fine. There was always a sense of safety while we were there. Now, in terms of COVID-19, XCARET Hotel has very specific health and hygiene and safety measures in place. There's definitely a lot of dispensers, the hand sanitizer dispensers, especially when you're going in and out of restaurants, different buildings. Just know also that at the time that I'm making this video, masks are required on the property. Clearly not when you're eating at the restaurant, but you are required to put it back on if you're going to return to the buffet. You don't need to wear them in the pool, but definitely while on the grounds and at the theme park. Some of the theme parks do require it, and it's just something to note. Also, real quick about the buffets, there is a no-touch policy. You are not to grab your plates or food or any condiments for your food. They are staffed to do all of that, from handing your food to even squirting ketchup on your burger. We got to a stand and there's, tendency is to just do a little this. No, they've got foot pedals, so you're to use your foot to squirt whatever it is that you're putting on your burger. So keep that in mind. Hands off. What does XCARET Hotel all-inclusive include? So many accommodations, so many. Starting from the round trip shuttle. Like I said, from the time that you arrive at the airport, there is a shuttle that is waiting for you, picks you up, takes you to the hotel, and then once you're at the hotel, and there's so many beautiful, amazing amenities there. But keep in mind, I didn't know this originally when I was doing some research, all the theme parks are included. There's about 8 or 9 theme parks. I can't keep track of them. You are free to go back and forth to these parks as many times as you want. And the parks include Xel-Há, Explore, Cenotes, Senses, Explore Fuego, Xochimilco. You guys, they offer transportation back and forth to these parks. Most of them is a shuttle away. It's a charter bus away. When you go to Explore, though, it's a boat ride away, and that boat ride is about a 15-minute boat ride. What's so great about these theme parks is, for the ones we went to anyways, and I'll get to that in a minute, no reservations were required. You stand outside of the hotel, and every 20 minutes or so, there is a shuttle that will take you to the different theme parks. If you decide to stay at the hotel, there's amenities that are included in there too. There are so many pathways to take, and trails and rivers and caves. I mean, the natural resources there, the natural grounds are breathtaking. So definitely enjoy those. The food is included, the drinks are included, soft drinks, the alcohol is included. You get so much. It's like a piece of paradise. Are they at full capacity? I had heard that at the time that we were there that they were at about 50% capacity, which didn't surprise me because it never felt crowded, not at all. And it's partly because you do have access to all these theme parks, so people are just really spaced out and dispersed. But come to find out, they were actually at 90% capacity, which was a real surprise to me. And again, just never felt crowded. There was always space in the pools or walking on the grounds, enjoying all the different amenities. So many things to do. All right, is food included at Hotel XCARET? Yes, like I said, free food, free drinks, and not just at the hotel. You guys, when you go to these theme parks, your food, your drinks, alcohol is all inclusive. That's where the all fun, all inclusive tagline comes into play. You can enjoy the full buffet at the theme parks, at the hotel. You can enjoy the swim up bars. You can enjoy all the stands, the food stands that they have on the property, the taco stands, the churro stands, the crepes, the burgers, all of that is included. You see something, you want something, you ask for it. Now, there are a couple of restaurants that you do have to pay an additional fee to get into, but if you stay away from that, like I said, there are plenty of food options and restaurants that you can enjoy. Do you need water shoes? Yes, you do a lot of walking, so you need comfortable water shoes, and not just flip-flop, guys. You actually need something with a thicker sole because you're going to be doing some walking on some rocks and in some wet areas. So you definitely want your feet to be protected, and take it from me, day after day, there is wear and tear on your feet because your feet are wet for most of the time if you're enjoying the theme parks. So flip-flops, in my opinion, just aren't enough. And there was one specific ride or a couple where they do require more than flip-flops, or they require that you wear something where your heel is secure, and that's for your safety. How many pools and restaurants does the hotel have? I don't know the exact number, but I want to say plenty. There's plenty. As far as pools, there's maybe 10 or so restaurants, the same, 10, 11, 12, something like that. So there's plenty of grounds to explore and to enjoy. Does Hotel XCARET have airport shuttle? Yes, it does, and it was fabulous. When we arrived at the hotel, there was somebody who was with a sign, so we quickly followed them. They took us to the charter bus. We had to wait maybe about 10 minutes. There were 2 other couples. They were dropped off first, and then we were the last one. So is alcohol included? Yes and amen. When is a good time to go to Cancun? Well, the best time to go, I would say, is in March, April, or May. That's where you get weather in the 80s. Also, November, beginning of December, those are good times to go as well. The rainy season runs from May to October, so if you're looking to travel on a budget, you might consider that window of time. We went in the month of June, and every day when I was there and I was checking the weather to prepare for the next day, it was saying 30% rain, 40%, 50%, but every day I would get up and the weather seemed to be just pushed one day. So we only experienced rain on one day while we were at one of the theme parks, and it was a downpour for a good 15-20 minutes. Everybody's scrambling to get cover, and the kiosks are being covered, but it quickly passed. So that's my personal experience, that the rain can be heavy, but it likely won't be for your whole trip. And if it is, or if it was, I'm just so sorry about that. You might need a do-over. Hurricane season is, I want to say, August, September, October. That's when it is the rainiest and you'll get the heaviest of storms. And hurricanes, well, they're not all that common, but that is the season for them. Which airport is closest to XCARET Hotel? Well, that would be the Gosomed International Airport, and like I said, that's about an hour and a half or a little less shuttle ride away from the actual hotel. What is the hospitality like? Well, from the moment that you step foot on that property, you are seen. You experience this VIP personalized treatment that I have never experienced before. You get a popsicle and a goodie bag when you get there. The goodie bag has a little gel sanitizer and a personalized XCARET mask for you to wear on property. And the staff there is just so attentive, so caring. You are assigned a concierge when you arrive. Well, first you check in. You check in and they give you a bracelet that they strap onto your wrist. And that's something that stays on for the entire time. That is your entry pass to your hotel. So it serves as your hotel room key. And it's also used to make any purchases you want at the souvenir shops and things like that. After you check in, then you meet with your personal concierge person. They walk you into the nearest bar there. You can enjoy a drink. You sit down. They give you a map of the grounds, and they give you a play-by-play about how everything works, what's included, and then if you have any questions during your stay, that's the person that you can contact. I mean, you can always contact the front desk, and there's other people, but it's such a personal touch when the moment you arrive that you can make contact with a specific person for any of your questions. I thought it was just a very classy detail. Do I tip? Well, as far as I know, there really isn't a tipping policy. Of course, any server in housekeeping or anybody's bringing you your room service, they would appreciate a tip, and they do work really hard. So I would suggest to have some dollars on you when you're feeling generous. You can leave that after you eat on the table, but it's not necessarily required. I know that some days we felt super generous and wanted to appreciate our servers in that way, and other days didn't think about it so much, and now I feel bad as I'm telling you. So maybe I need to send him a check or something. Which is better, XCARET Park or Explore? Well, Explore is a pretty active park. They're actually both active in different ways. So my all-time favorite was Explore. And that's where you get to enjoy zip lines. There's ATV, there's the river walk that you can do. Parts of it is underground and parts of it is in open air, and so much fun. They give you a helmet that you have to wear for the entire time, and that is for your safety. And that is the park that I would say take your really good water walking shoes. Now, the best way I can describe to you what XCARET Park offers you is if you imagined a zoo and a water park having a baby, because you get both in one. XCARET Park is an eco-archaeological park, so for you animal lovers or critter lovers, there is so much to enjoy there. There's a butterfly pavilion, there's a bird aviary, there's a bat cave, beautiful greenhouse, there are jaguars, you guys. There are island jaguars for you to admire, and so many cultural attractions for you to enjoy. There's a small church, there's a cemetery, there's an equestrian show that happens at the end of the night that I strongly recommend. It takes place in an open type theater, lots and lots of people where you can enjoy a Mexican folklorico type dancing. And a little FYI, everything is immaculate. When we went, everything was super clean. There's restrooms, there's dressing rooms, there's showers, the towels are free, the snorkel equipment is free, at least for us with the all fun, all inclusive package. So keep that in mind. Again, hospitality was off the chart. And like I said, going back to the buffets and drinks all day long, all that's included. Is it worth it? Is the all inclusive worth it? I think you know what my answer is. If you want convenience, if you want accommodations, food, drinks, activities, if you want to enjoy beautiful landscape, culture, different cuisines, food, flavors, sights, adventure, all of that, that's what you get at this hotel. There's rivers and cenotes and cliff jumping, snorkeling, all the things. You're going to have such a great time. Is it worth the price? It's worth it. It's worth it. I would definitely go back. Now, obviously, this is a very personal decision depending on your finances and what your budget is. This is something definitely that I would recommend that you budget for at some point in time. Maybe it can't be done today, but it is something to just keep in the back of your mind because it is an unforgettable experience. And I don't want you to go into debt for it. Don't do that. That is not what I recommend. And now on to my list of do's and don'ts. Now, again, I am a life coach, so my perspective is a little bit different than most. I do take on a little bit of a different angle because I'm here really to help you enhance your life and make the most of every moment. Let's start with the do's, what you should be packing on your trip. And you know this, moms, because you're smart and you're mommy, so you think of every scenario. You know to bring the sunscreen and the bathing suits and the pouch thing to put your phone in, bring the hat, bring all those things. Here's what I really want to tell you to do, to give you moms permission to do. Be in the moment. Enjoy the moment. Lay on the hammock. Wear the robe that's in the room. Put on the slippers that they give you. Get your hair wet. Do something that you normally wouldn't do. Step outside of your comfort zone. Enjoy the experience. If you are a little bit fearful of the zip line, I get it. I have a fear of heights and speed. I'm going to tell you, do the zip line. You might be a little afraid of water. You know what? Try the snorkel. Push yourself to enjoy something that's out of the ordinary for you. It is so freeing and fun and memorable, and your kids will be very proud of you. What else do I want you to do is to walk with confidence. I know how it feels for most of us moms when it's time to sport the bathing suit. Yes, our bodies have changed. We're moms. We're a little soft in the middle. We might have some wrinkles, some scars, a little silver in our hair. This is your vacation. Enjoy your vacation. Take a vacation from your insecurities. This is not the time to beat yourself up because you don't look like what you look like at 25. We're not going to complain about those things, right, ladies? I'm going to crown you with confidence on this trip, okay? We're going to wake up every day. We're going to thank God that we are alive and we're breathing and that we have family and friends and that we have the budget and the finances and the means to enjoy this vacation and be in the moment. That's what I want you to do. With each breath you take and with each blink of your eye, you're going to reset and you're going to use all your senses to enjoy everything this vacation has to offer. You, my friend, moms are doing the most important job on the planet. You are shaping human beings. You are impacting and influencing these little creatures, helping them to be independent, hardworking, good citizens someday. That is your job. That's what I want you to rest in, and I want you to wake up every day and live today. My list of don'ts is super simple. First is don't lose your wristband. Your wristband is what gets you in and out of your room, the parks, the restaurants, things like that, and you will pay a hefty charge if you do lose it. The next thing is don't pay for food. There's plenty of restaurants. Now you may have a finer palate than I do. You want to enjoy some fine dining, go for it, but there really is no need to do that. Third thing is don't forget your COVID test. You need to get COVID tested about 2 days prior to your departure from the hotel. The results will be in by the next day, and my tip for you is to avoid the morning and avoid doing it at night. Pick a time in the middle of the day to do it and avoid the lines. Also, don't do the timeshare presentation. We made that mistake. They tell you it's an hour and a half. We all know it's not an hour and a half. You do enjoy a breakfast at Las Cuevas restaurants with the person who is doing the timeshare presentation, but I'm going to tell you that in and of itself was about an hour. So by the time you walk back to do the presentation, just avoid the aggravation, avoid the timeshare presentation unless you truly are interested in becoming a member or an investor. And there's also going to be a lot of people selling you excursions and activities at the airport when you arrive. Walk right past them. No need to do or pay anything extra for that. My final 3 don'ts are: don't leave without your mask. Make sure you always have that on you. Don't leave without trying something new. Go for something new. Reach for something that's a new experience that could enhance your life. And then finally, travel responsibly. Don't travel if you're sick or if you have COVID-19. And that's it, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it provided you a wealth of information. If you have any questions, comments, make sure you do that below and enjoy your vacation.